Okay, everybody, hello and welcome to the presentation. I appreciate. We're live on TikTok, but we run the show on many different platforms. That's because I was looking on my Facebook and it was not showing. I did that the other day, so I was doing a Bible study, and I had everything running. It was running perfect. I mean, the countdown, everything was great, and then I realized, why isn't this showing it live? Well, you didn't push the live button because there are so many buttons that you have to push in order to go live and then get everything ready to go. So it happens. It happens, boys and girls, but that's okay. TikTok, we're now sub chat only. If you would like to chat with us, please do so, but you have to subscribe. And we have to do that for the trolls. But we'll open it up a little bit later on for everybody. Okay, everybody, welcome to the presentation. I appreciate everybody being here. And so we're going to have a great show. I'm really looking forward to it, as hopefully you are as well. It'd be fun. Oh, yeah, it's been one of those days, guys. It's been one of those days, and we gotta make sure that we pray for all the folks that are in the wake of that storm. I tell you what, there's a lot of people who are struggling right now, but. So we certainly keep those folks in our thoughts and prayers. Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show. That sounds good. If you want to go to my website, it's very simple to do. No, but first, before you do that, I want you to go to this website. I want you to go to KGR. No wonder it was upside down. Go to KGRADB Radio. So again, it's KGRAD as in dog, B as in bicycle.com. KGRADB.com. And I want you to put Bishop as your promo code because you're going to get 30% off. Folks, let me tell you something. They have a great site. It's a wonderful I'm telling you, I love the site. And if you love the paranormal like I do, you want to make sure you go to KGRADB and subscribe. You know, sometimes when you go on, you turn on the television, it's like, oh, it's really this again. And it's kind of like, it gets a little boring. So if you like the paranormal, you got to head on over there. But put Bishop as your promo code. Don't forget that. Now, if you want to go to my website because you're utterly bored and have nothing else better to do, well, you can do that if you like. You can go to bishopjameslong.com. There you go, bishopjameslong.com. And by the way, if you want to learn, we have the classes available to you for free. So that's, if you want to learn the classes, you can. I've got to fix my monitor. My monitor's acting stupid. It's been a weird day today with technology. But if you want to go to my website, go there to bishopjameslong.com. Well, stop, you dumb monitor. I'm going to throw this thing away. And click on the class link, and you can learn angelology, demonology, paranormal studies, and genealogy. So it's all there for you. And we'd love for you to check it out. It's all there. It's free. It's free. And then, of course, if you want to go to the church's website, usocc.org. Okay, usocc.org. That is the church's website. I want to remind everybody tonight we have night prayer as we do Monday through Friday. So for the hater-gators out there saying, you never speak about Jesus. Well, you're never at Bible study when we have it on Sundays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. And you're never at night prayer. We have it every single Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. So we do it. We've been doing it for now. I've been doing it for 20 years online. So, but anyway, it's night prayer Monday through Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We play music at 9:45. And then here we actually have Bible study on Sundays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. And so everyone is invited. And then, of course, tomorrow, by the way, don't forget, we have open mic night. So open mic night, I'm going to be there. Miss Judy's going to be there. Yeah, my Kentucky accent comes through. Miss Judy Ann's going to be there tomorrow, as well as Miss Wilma. Now, we're going to get to your paranormal questions and all that stuff. We're going to get to all that. I promise you, we do it. I've been here now for how long? It's just on TikTok. I think for over 3 years, almost going 4 years. I've been doing the Sacred Division now since 2003. 21 years. Wow. It just dawned on me. 21 years I've been doing it. I started the Sacred Division. I started that when online radio, when it was really in its infancy. And this was before Blog Talk and all that stuff. And it was very complicated on how to connect to a server. It was not easy. And so we did it way back in the day when online radio was starting. And There we are. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that, Caps Paranormal. Yeah, you can just yeah, send me a message, Caps Paranormal. Send me a message on Facebook to remind me, and then I'll be happy to send you an email. Okay. All right. Tonight, folks, we're going to have. Well, thank you very much for the gifts, and for those of you who have no idea, if I'm saying thank you, it's because my friends there on TikTok are offering gifts, and so I appreciate that. So thank you guys for doing that, and thank you. I sincerely thank you for that. So, and make sure you like. Tapping is clapping. I think that's what they say. I think that's a saying. I don't know. Tapping is clapping. So when they tap on my face, just tap right there. Pop. Just keep on popping right there. Thank you, Marie. Well, thank you there, Judy Ann. Yeah, I appreciate that. Judy Ann just reminded me that I'm going to be at the Arkansas Paranormal Expo in October. And so, folks, if you have nothing planned, you got to come over and visit us. It's going to be, and here's what it's the website is arkansasparanormalexpo.com. That's the website. And what I really love about it, it's a 501c3 because it benefits the MacArthur Military Museum, as Miss Judy Ann put there in Little Rock. And it's going to be October the 26th and 27th. And so please make sure you head on over there, and we would love to see you and meet you and say howdy to you. And I will probably do some TikToks on that day, but we'll see how things go. Okay. All right. Well, it is October. Very soon, right around the corner. I mean, we're already September the 27th, so October is knocking on the door. And we know what it's the Halloween time. You know, I've been to California when I did the Eli Roth Presents Legion of Exorcists show, and I really loved. I enjoyed it. The problem is we were filming so much, I really didn't get to see a lot of California. I would love to go back just to see it. You know what I mean? It was now a lot of people are asking me about the Eli Roth, the Legion of Exorcists show I'm a cast member of. Right now, folks, we just don't. It's in hiatus. There has not been. It's not been officially canceled, so it's in pretty much hiatus. At any moment, they could say, "Hey, we want to do second season." It did really well in the ratings. What happened was that because of the writers, they had a big, protest and things of this. It really put a lot of shows behind, a lot. And I understand the writers, they protested, and that's fine. But that caused some serious issues with the scheduling. And so right now we just don't know. We don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of people who really liked it. It had great ratings. It had fantastic ratings. So I wouldn't be surprised. Let me just say this. I wouldn't be surprised if they gave us a call and say, hey, look, we want to do a season 2. I wouldn't be surprised. That could happen at any moment. Because as I said, it did very, very, very well on the ratings. Oh, so whose birthday? Debbie, whose birthday? So someone's having a birthday. LaFay. Yeah, let's find out, folks. Hold on, because it's someone's birthday. We gotta, whose birthday is it? Okay. By the way, for those of you who had a birthday, want to have a birthday, wish they had a birthday, or had a birthday this month, this, of course, let's do this. I know it's paranormal, but first, let's rock and roll. For all those people who have a birthday, sing along if you know the words. This is Mr. Producer singing, by the way. Kind of a little high voice there, Mr. Producer. Yep. Very good. Okay. Oh, going second voice. Good. Let's keep going. Yes. Okay. All right, Mr. Producer, that's enough. Very good. Very good. All right. See, Mr. Producer has some pretty amazing. So everyone, let's give Mr. Producer a round of applause. There you go. There you go. Mr. Producer, he was working very hard behind the scenes on that. I want you to know that. He's been practicing all week long for that moment. So that was his moment. So if you're a record company, you got to sign this guy. All right, tonight is Friday. It's Friday. What a beautiful day, isn't it? I mean, we're going into the weekend, and Halloween is right around the corner. And so we're going to talk about haunted houses. Haunted houses, not real haunted houses, but haunted houses that you can go to and visit. And we're going to talk about. We're going to have a conversation about. I don't celebrate my birthday because when you get 90 years old, you just stop thinking about birthdays. But no, we're gonna talk about haunted houses. But first, let me give you a little bit of a background because I think it's important to talk about that because I know people. There's always going to be the hater gator saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do Halloween because it's the devil and all that stuff." Look, guys, here's the deal. I love Halloween. I've always loved Halloween, and I always will. As a matter of fact, when I was a kid, I grew up in a Roman Catholic church. And here's what's really cool about this. So my parents, they loved Halloween too. We always had trick or treating. We always scared kids. We always gave out. It was just a big in our neighborhood. It was just a big deal. This was the day where kind of sad now, but 50 years ago, it was we were all kind to each other. People trick or treated, and it was a neat time. Well, when I was growing up, we belonged to it was a big parish in Louisville, Kentucky. And so the church decided that they wanted to have a huge fundraiser. And they decided to do a haunted house. And here's what's really cool about this place. This place, I mean, when I'm telling spooky, I mean, this was spooky. So this was a great big, I mean, honestly, this could have been a cathedral. It was that big, but it was just a parish, a Catholic parish. But underneath it was a huge, gigantic basement. I mean, this was massive. It had dirt floor and it had columns. It was just that creepy, really creepy feel. It wasn't a furnished basement at all. It was just it had all dirt everywhere and columns. Obviously holding the floor up. And so the priest said, "You know what? Let's do a fundraiser. Let's do a haunted house." And so my mom, my dad, my uncle, my aunt, everybody, we really were very active in our parish, and we put on this haunted house. And this haunted house was massive. It was huge. And the parish priest, Father Tom, he was so cool. He actually decided that he was going to do Dracula. So he dressed up as Dracula. He had the coffin and the huge candelabras everywhere. I mean, because you went to scene to scene. Well, let me tell you this. This I did not want to go through. I did not go through at night. I was that scared because I was a kid then. It was so scary. It was named one of the scariest haunted houses in the state of Kentucky. And this place was so frightening, they actually had an ambulance that was not far. I think it was like on scene because people kept passing out because they were so afraid. I mean, this sucker, when I'm telling you that my parents put a tremendous amount of work, my uncle at the time, he did, this was spooky. I mean, this was the cream of the crop. So I've been to a lot of haunted houses. That was the most frightening. No question. There's never been a haunted house that could touch it. Nothing. And so that was really cool. That was really, really cool. Yeah, it was I just dropped it. I'll tell you what, this stupid thing, I'm having problems with this monitor. So basically I have a monitor here and it's easier to just delete and, people come in and being rude and it just sometimes lags. But I love Halloween. I love haunted houses. And it didn't turn me into an evil guy who worships Satan. Just a person who loves Halloween. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So today we're going to, as we approach soon the festive holiday of Halloween, let's take a moment just to reflect on the history first before we talk about the haunted houses and the significance of this beloved tradition, as well as explore the origins of haunted houses as a popular attraction in the United States. No. Josh, look, here's the deal. There's all these people saying that if you go to haunted houses, you're going to have a demon attached to yourself. You're not, any more than if you go watch a scary movie. People get so frightened and so out of control. It's getting to a point where they think demons are everywhere, that they're in abundance, that no matter what you do, if you watch a scary movie, you're going to have a demon attached to you. It's simply not true. It's just simply not. You have to have the intent behind. So I think people need to relax a little bit with this. Oh gosh, if you do trick or treating, you're going to have demons attached. Well, you know what? I trick or treated all my life. I celebrated Halloween all my life, and I'm an exorcist. So I think I'm just saying, Josh, we have to relax. I think a little bit with this. Everything is demons. If you're not, because let's just chill. If you watch a scary movie, you're going to be possessed. Really? Seriously? That means every single one of us would be possessed, because probably the majority of us have seen a scary movie once or twice in our lifetime. So I just think it's too silly. So yeah, certainly if you go to a location and you purposely want to contact the devil or demons, well, yeah, you can do that. But when I go to a haunted house, I'm not really wanting to say hello to the demons. It's entertainment. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, right. It's all fun. We just got to relax a little bit with all the everything is a good. No, it's not. It's not true. Halloween, also known as All Hallows Eve, traces its roots back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, which marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter, of course. Now, here's what the history is. It was believed. Oh, no, Josh. No, you're good. You're good to go. I appreciate the question. I was just addressing that in general because when I posted it up that I was going to do this presentation, I was slammed. I was slammed with a lot of hate messages. A lot of hate messages saying that I'm doing the work of the devil, that I'm a fake bishop, that I'm not a real exorcist, because I was doing a show about haunted houses. And I'm thinking, people just really, so just, you know what, just go talk to your therapist, just relax. Just relax. So no, that was addressing pretty much all the hate. I got about 119 email messages that were pretty nasty. I was like, whatever. And next. So in October, it was believed that on this night in Halloween, no problem, Josh, the boundary between the living and the dead was blurred, allowing spirits to roam the earth. To ward off these malevolent spirits, people would dress in costumes and light bonfires. Pretty interesting, isn't it? And as we get closer to Halloween, we'll do a more in-depth presentation on Halloween itself. So as Christianity spread, the celebration of Samhain evolved into All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day. But many of the traditional customs, they persisted, including dressing up in costumes, carving pumpkins, and over time, Halloween became a secular holiday that is celebrated with activities such as trick-or-treating, costume parties, haunted houses. So it has its roots actually in scaring away evil spirits. So haunted houses are like spooky attractions designed to scare and entertain visitors, have become a popular Halloween tradition in the United States. We know this, but how did this phenomenon come to be? How did we get all these haunted houses? How did it become so popular? Well, the history of haunted houses as we know them today actually can be traced back to the 19th century, when spiritualism was on the rise, and seances and ghost stories, they were very, very popular forms of entertainment. And so what happened in the early 20th century, haunted attractions began to appear at amusement parks and festivals and carnivals, featuring theatrical performances and special effects. The whole point is to create like a spooky atmosphere. So one of the most famous haunted attractions, the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland, opened in 1969 and set a new standard for immersive and interactive haunted houses experiences. So that's what haunted houses is all about. It's all about being immersive, to put you in that situation, to interact. Versus when you're watching a movie, it's not so immersive, right? So you're not there, you're just watching it. But haunted houses puts you in it, so all your senses then are in heightened alert. And so it opened in 1969. And that's why that's very popular. And since then, haunted houses have proliferated across the country with, elaborate sets, costumes that are unbelievable, terrifying actors, creating an unforgettable experience for all three thrill seekers, and that's fine. So, but beyond the scares and thrills, haunted houses also provide an opportunity for I think introspection. And by confronting our fears in a controlled environment, we can learn to overcome them and emerge stronger and braver. And it's also fun. We get together with friends. We go to a haunted location. People scream. I had a buddy of mine. His name was Steve. So funny. Steve-O. I went to seminary with him. And, he lived here in Louisville as well. And we went to, so God love him. We went to haunted houses. And it was always fun to go to haunted houses with him. Because when the monsters would jump out, Steve would jump and then go right down to the ground. Every time. It was like every 5 feet, a monster would scream. He'd jump and right to the ground. I mean, it's like, dude, seriously, you're a 40-year-old man. What are you doing? So anyway, but it was fun. It was a good time. So just as Halloween allows us to face our fears of the unknown and the supernatural, haunted houses offer us a chance to confront our internal fears and perhaps insecurities, maybe. So as the Halloween comes closer and closer, as we have our pumpkin ready and our scary, spooky thing behind us here, and as we've planned to visit haunted houses, let's remember the history and traditions that have shaped this beloved custom. Let's kind of relax with the devil, demon, and just learn to just relax a little bit. It's fun. It's entertainment. No one is going to become possessed. That's it. It's just entertainment. So let's embrace the spirit of the season with joy and gratitude. And hopefully find the courage maybe to face our fears. Now, wouldn't it be neat? Wouldn't I, maybe this Halloween, I could do a live TikTok at a haunted location, a haunted house. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? All right, let's go into our haunted houses these are just basic haunted houses, then I'm going to go into detail. So that way you can guys get a better idea. Matter of fact, let's do this. Even better, I got a better idea. Let's see. Okay, royalty free Facebook, royalty free. Well, because you have to put, because they always say this music. So this is royalty free Facebook and YouTube. You have to always do it. You have to always put that in there, because if you don't, then they'll ban you for it. It's ridiculous. Okay, hold on, because I want to make sure we get plenty of them. Let's do search some filters, and let's do definitely over 20 minutes. We got to have some good, scary, royalty-free Halloween. Okay, it's royalty-free. Okay. If it's too loud, if the music is too loud, let me know. Okay. Alabama. So first, the Haunted Corn Maze. That's in Coleman, Alabama. And the Sloss Fright Factory, Birmingham, Alabama. So I'm going to go down the list, and then I'm going to give you even more details in just a second. In Alaska, it is the Haunted Hamburgers. In Anchorage. In Arizona, Fear Farm, Phoenix, Arizona. And also in Phoenix, the House of Tortured Souls. In Arkansas, so if I give your state, you can write this down. These are supposed to be the most updated that I have, that are supposed to be the scariest, allegedly. Arkansas, Haunted Horrors, Little Rock. In California, Not Scary Farm, Bueno Park, and the Queen Mary's Dark Harbor in Long Beach. In Colorado, the 13th Floor Haunted House in Denver. There we go. That's supposed to be pretty scary. I don't know what's wrong with this. And then in Denver, the Denver Haunted House. Okay, in Connecticut, Haunted Graveyard in Bristol. And Francesco's Haunted House in Bridgeport. Again, that's in Connecticut. In Delaware, Fear Asylum in Wilmington. If you don't want it too scary, you can go in Florida, Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. In Dade City, you can go Scream-ageddon. Okay, I'm going to turn this monitor off because this is making me mad. In Georgia, Netherworld Haunted House in Atlanta, and Savannah Ghost Tours in Savannah. In Hawaii, the Haunted Lantern Tours at the Hawaii Plantation Village. Hello, everybody. In Idaho, the Haunted World in Kuna, Idaho. In Illinois, Disturbia Haunted House, Downers Grove. And the Bates Haunted Hayride, and that is the village of Mount Palatine. In Indiana, the Haunt Angelus House in Indianapolis. In Niles Scream Park in Niles, Indiana. In Iowa, the 501 Haunted House in Des Moines. In Kansas, Haunted Forest at the Legends in Kansas City. So again, I'm just giving you in your area. In Kentucky, I think the Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky. That's a good haunted house. And it is packed. It is packed. And I mean, it is packed. It's big. It is a huge place. There's also a very old, this haunted house has been around since I was a kid, the Haunted Hotel in Louisville. That's a cool place if you've not been there. In Louisiana, the Mortuary Haunted House in New Orleans. And Haunted History Tours, New Orleans. If you're in Maine, Haunted Hayrides of Glenburn and the Witch's Woods in Westbrook. In Maryland, the Nightmare Factory. I've had actually a couple of friends that have gone there, and they absolutely swear that is very, very, very scary. So if you go to the Nightmare Factory, a lot of my friends said that's scary. In Maryland, also, Upper Marlboro has the Purgatory Haunted Attraction. In Massachusetts, the Haunted House at Boston's Faneuil Hall in Boston, and the House of the Seven Gables in Salem. In Michigan, I have been to this one, the Erebus Haunted House in Pontiac. That's pretty good. And Horror of the Hill in the Hills, it's in Holly, Michigan. In Minnesota, the Valley Scare, that Shakopee, I think it's called, and the Haunted Basement in Minneapolis. In Mississippi, the Haunted House and the Haunted Field of Screams. That's in Jackson. In Missouri, the Darkness Haunted House in St. Louis, and Fear Fest in Kansas City. In Montana, Ghost Tours of Helena. Nebraska, the Shadow's Edge Haunted House in Omaha. I did California. Nevada, the Fright Dome in Las Vegas. And I'm going to go through, again, these are just really, really quick, just to give you a couple, but I'm going to go back. So if you have a specific state, I'm going to tell you. So I'll give you those opportunities that way. In New Hampshire, the Haunted Overload in Lee, New Hampshire. Ghost of Portsmouth in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. In New Jersey, Field of Terror. What's all right? Field of Terror. Folks, keep in mind that when I say something like that, it doesn't necessarily I'm addressing your question. I have two different computers running, and I have a lot of chats open. So I have a show right here on TikTok, and then Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and everywhere else. And so when a lot of people think sometimes I'm addressing it. So no, it's just a general statement. New Jersey, New Hampshire, the Ghost of Portsmouth, and then New Jersey is Field of Terror in Hillsborough and Scare Farm, Flemington. In New Mexico, The Haunting of New Mexico in Albuquerque. New York, Headless Horseman Hayrides, Ulster Park, and in New York City, Blood Manor. North Carolina, The Haunted Trail in Greensboro. And Nightmare Factory in Charlotte. If you're in North Dakota, Haunted Forts. Ohio, the Bloodview Haunted House in Broadview Heights. This is an interesting one. Haunted Hoochie. Well, that's interesting. In Ohio. In Oklahoma, the Haunted Warehouse in Oklahoma City. In Oregon, Fear PDX in Portland and the Nightmare Factory in Portland. Pennsylvania, Field of Screams, Lancaster. And, of course, in Philadelphia. Look, this is people are asking me about, do I think which ones would be scary? In Philadelphia, the Eastern State Penitentiary haunted house is supposed to be pretty darn scary. In Rhode Island, the Haunted Corn Maze in Providence. South Carolina, Boone Hall Fright Nights, Mount Pleasant. And Mad World Haunted Attractions in Piedmont. South Dakota is Haunted Corn Maze in Sioux Falls. In Tennessee, Nashville Nightmare in Nashville, and Murder Mystery Dinner Theater in Chattanooga. Texas, House of Torment in Austin, and Scream Hollow in Smithville. In Utah, the Nightmare on 13th is in Salt Lake City. In Vermont, Haunted Forest, Stowe, Vermont. In Virginia, Field of Screams, Chesapeake, and the Haunted Hotel in Richmond. If you're in Washington, Fright at Night in Seattle and the Haunted House at the Museum of Pop Culture in Seattle. In West Virginia, the Haunted Barn, Bunker Hill. Wisconsin, the Haunted House of Nightmares, Milwaukee, and the Terror on the Fox in Green Bay. And in Wyoming, Ghost Tours of Cheyenne. So again, those are just a few within every single state. And if you have a specific state that you want me to go into detail on, all you got to do is just say, give me a state, and I'll try to go over them. But, just kind of listen. Some people repeat, can you do California? Can you do California? And I do it like 15 times. So, okay, is there a particular state you would like for me to tell you a lot more details on? And again, if you're just listening, if you're just watching, I'm Bishop LeBlanc, and we're talking about haunted houses all around the United States. Okay, but give me a state, please. I need a state. I assume that was Massachusetts, because there are, when you say Salem, I assume it's Massachusetts, but there are other Salems in the United States that are not in. Okay, so let's do Texas. I see Texas. Oh, there's a lot in. Okay, well, let's do Massachusetts first, because okay, so we have quite a few. So here are some in Massachusetts, and again, there's quite a few actually. Hold on one second. Got to open up this website because of being silly. Gosh, there's a lot on there. Everybody's saying, what about this one? What about this one? What about that one? Okay, hold on. My computer is being stupid. Come on. Have you noticed that for some reason the internets have been really but it's been kind of goofy lately? Is it just me? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, why don't we just go ahead and do Texas first, and then we'll go back to that in Salem in just a second. Okay. Oh, so it is everybody. Okay. All right. In Texas, the House of Horrors in Abilene. That's Abilene, Texas. If you are also 6th Street Massacre, it's 3015 Southwest 6th Avenue, Amarillo, Texas. If you have, it would be helpful if you tell me like a city, because then I can kind of go through, because they have like 50. that are in Texas. So that way I don't have to read all 50 in Texas. So let's do it that way. If you have a city and a state, that would be better that way instead of going through all life. So give me Chicago, Illinois. Okay, let's look at Illinois. And so I have to go through open this here. Why does it keep doing that? Yeah, this internet's acting really conky. I don't know what the heck's going on there. Yeah, Mr. Producer was having issues with his computer earlier. Okay, in Illinois, the Basement of the Dead in Aurora, but you want Chicago. So let's look for Chicago specifically. I'll try to get to everybody, I promise you. Okay, so we have a couple in Chicago. First, La Casa de Santanas, and that's in 3219 South, 21 South Morgan Street, Chicago. Nightmare on Leamington, and that's 4810 South Leamington Avenue. That's, by the way, it's a charity haunt. The Catacombs, 6143 West Irving Park Road in Chicago. Spider Hill Haunted Attractions, 17189 Illinois 29. That's in Chillicothe, but it's close. And that's it for Chicago. Okay, what else do you have? Yeah, you're probably San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, for Texas. Well, I was trying to do the Texas, but okay, here we go. San Antonio, Texas. Let me go scroll all the way down. See if there's anything listed on. Yep, here's a couple on San Antonio. So if you're in San Antonio, here we go. The 13th floor haunted house, 1203 East Commerce Street, San Antonio. 6909 North Loop, 1604 East San Antonio. The Howl O Scream, 10500 SeaWorld Drive. It's an amusement park. There's also in San Antonio, Terrorland Haunted Adventure, 15204 East Loop, 1604. There is one, and then there's a Selma. So, okay. So all I'm doing is just kind of looking, whatever I see. Just if I miss it, just ask, and I'll be happy to try to find it. Okay. Salem or Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, let's look up Massachusetts. Yeah, we got quite a few there. Let's see how many are in Salem. I would imagine probably quite a few because there's I would imagine, yeah, there's probably quite a few. Why does it keep doing this? Okay, let's do it this way. Yeah, something is really wacky today. Even my monitor over here is acting crazy. It just, everything seems to be acting crazy today. All right, we'll just do it this way. Live show. You said Massachusetts and you went Boston. Okay. Here we go. Let's find it for you. 1 second. Gotta scroll down. Wow, they don't have anything in there. That's kind of weird about Boston because I've already read 2 of them. So in Boston, Massachusetts, that's dumb. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. It doesn't. It's not showing it. This is really strange. Today has been a really, really strange. So let me just pull up this here, and because I've already mentioned Massachusetts, but I'll tell you. Let's see. Pull this up here for you. Yeah, here's Boston. Haunted house at Boston's Faneuil Hall. That's over there, but I'm sure there's more. I guarantee there's more. Let me just try this real quick. Let's see. I'll find some for you. There we go. So here's some near Boston. Okay, and no, I don't want this. Okay, in Boston, Gallow Hills and the Lost Museum. And that's pretty cool. That sounds part escape room, part haunted house. Prepare for an eerie experience that begins in the dark basement where your eyes play tricks on you. Ooh. Then there is in Charlemont, Hicks Family Farm Corn Maze. That's in Charlemont, I'm sorry. And then there is Barrett's Haunted Mansion in Abington. So 1234. Connor's Farm. That's in Danvers. In Westford is Witch's Woods. In Holyoke, Demented FX. That's an interesting name. 530 Main Street. So you can write these down. I know I got to go fast because there's so many people asking me. If you're at Six Flags, you can go to Agawam at Fright Fest at Six Flags. There's in Fall River, Massachusetts, Factory of Terror. Now, I have heard that was pretty scary. And also I've heard in Palmer, 13th World. 13th World is supposed to be really scary. In New Hampshire, Fright Kingdom. And in Salem, of course, Chambers of Terrors. Now, I've had a friend who's gone there a couple times. And so here's what it says here. Head to one of the most notoriously haunted places in the United States for its seasonal haunted houses of witches and goblins and gores. And throughout the year, of course, Chambers of Terror is renowned for its fireside ghost stories, which are an hour long. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Candlelit sessions led by Master Ed Gannon and others. So that's called Chamber of Terrors. Neat. All right, cool. Okay, what else? Let's see. And Lizzie Borden, of course, yeah. Ooh, Deadwood, South Dakota. I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. I bet you probably there's not too many in South Dakota, but we'll find out. Let me see. South Dakota. So let me open this up for you guys. Okay. That's Keystone. Wow. So you went Deadwood, South Dakota. All right. There's several actually. So there's the Haunted History Walking Ghost Tour, Adam's House in Deadwood, South Dakota, Deadwood Ghost. That is a tour guide. And let's see if there's other haunted houses in Deadwood. So let's find this. Hold on. Yeah, the Bullock Hotel, Deadwood Ghost, and Franklin Hotel. So hopefully that helps you. And okay. All right. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I've not been to any of those places, but that would be pretty neat. Let me see if I can sort this through. Yeah, there's several of them actually. Waverly Hills. If you've not been to Waverly Hills, that's pretty impressive. Waverly Hills is huge. It is a really, really. It's a big haunted hotel. Now, here's a website here. Let me just share with you here. But see, it's not in order as far as state. That kind of sucks. That's stupid. Sort by. Yeah, it doesn't show you by state. But I can read that for you guys if you want me to as well. Okay, what else you got? Yeah, Waverly's pretty cool. If you're in North Carolina, why aren't you working? Haunted Playland in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. In Massachusetts, also 13 Nights at Jiminy Peak. Now that's in Hancock. There is in Noonan, Georgia, 13 Stories Haunted House. That's pretty scary. In Beaverton, Oregon, the 13th Door. In Denver is the 13th Floor Haunted House. If you say North Carolina, just you got to let me know the state or the city, because there's so many that I would need to know the. There we go. Okay. Oh, Raleigh. So Raleigh, North Carolina. So let's pull up North Carolina. and see if that's going to come through for us. Yeah, the list is acting. Yeah, guys, there's not a whole lot I can do with the internet acting so stupid. So, okay. Got to go down the list. Man, there's a lot in North Carolina. My gosh. I don't know what in the world. Okay. You said Raleigh, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. Ralph Carolina haunted houses. So we got here. If you're in Raleigh, Raleigh Ghost. So you can look up Raleigh Ghost. There's also the Granville, but that's in Oxford. But you went Raleigh. Raleigh Room Escapes. That is one. TikTok Escapes, Raleigh Ghost, Page Farms Pumpkin Patch. And of course, there are nearby attractions as well. If you want those, there is in Cary, Time's Up Escape Rooms, Cypher Escape. I mean, there's hundreds of them. I don't know how close they are. Gosh, there are so. It's amazing how huge of a business that this thing is. Okay, Nevada. So let's look up Nevada. So 1 second. Nevada. They don't have that. That's interesting. They don't have a whole lot in Nevada. You would think that Nevada would Las Vegas, but okay. In Nevada, I'll just give you several of them. In Boulder City, you have 31 Freak Street. That's 441 Nevada Highway. In Boulder City, it's Tom Devlin's Nightmare at the Museum. In Las Vegas, Abandoned. That's what it's called. 1025 South 1st Street. In Las Vegas, Asylum and Hotel Fear Haunted House. I'm going to have to stop that because... Yeah, it's for some reason I have a monitor and it just keeps messing up. I mean, everything's just screwed up today. Freakling Brothers Horror Shows in Las Vegas. Spring Preserves Haunted Harvest in Las Vegas. Undead Maze Haunted House, Las Vegas. You are like Reno, Dark Corner Haunt. That's a haunted house. Also Deadwood Manor in Reno. Silver Raven Haunted House. Let me just Dark Corner Haunt. So it says here in the summary, Junkie's Dark Corner Haunted House is an immersive experience filled with terrifying live actors, jaw-dropping special effects, and menacing monsters for the last 15 years. It says we've been collecting and creating some of the most horrific scenes that take you deep into a world that no one should see. As we want to show you what we have found. Reno's iconic Junkie store is bringing all the haunted, possessed, oh, that's not good, and straight up creepy antiques that they have collected and kept away for the safety for general public until now. Well, of course, it's a haunted house, and they say these are haunted items, but they're, come on. So, anyway, hopefully that helps you. Yeah, the Winchester House, and that's a cool place. I've never been there. That is a neat place. Yeah, that's a neat place. Okay, anybody else have any other ideas or that you want me to talk about? Oh, mortuaries. Let's talk. You want to talk about mortuaries? So the Main Avenue Mortuary in Alabama, Northport, Alabama. Wow, that's kind of creepy, isn't it? Says tired of haunted attractions that seem better suited for kids than adults? Well, it's time to take a trip to Main Avenue Mortuary in Northport, Alabama, located inside a real-life mortuary. This attraction is scary simply because of its history. Try and resist the call of the dead if you dare. Wow. That's in 315 Main Avenue, Northport, Alabama. So that's pretty cool. See, that's a creepy place anyway. And mortuaries are a really, really creepy place. So All right, let's get into Indiana. I'd avoid that. I'm telling you, some of these places, I don't know. I'm curious if you've been to a haunted house that you think is truly frightening, that's absolutely scary, terrifying. Let me know what it is. I would love to hear this. Okay, in Indiana, I'm just going to read Indiana's. You have Indy Scream Park in Anderson, Indiana. You have Lost Soul Asylum, Aurora, Indiana. Forbidden Hollows Haunted Farm in Bedford, Indiana. That's a haunted farm. This is a haunted house in Bicknell, Indiana. It's Bicknell Halloween Haunted House. If you like trains, well, they actually have one in Bloomington. Baker's Junction Haunted Train. In Bloomington, that's a barn, and that is the Barn of Terror. If you want to go on a trail in Borden, Indiana, Fright Night in Starlight. Also on a trail, Cedar Lake Haunted Forest in Cedar Lake, Indiana. A haunted house in Cedar Point, Indiana, A Night at the Manor. A home haunt is Ravens Hollow Cemetery, Charlestown, Indiana. In Clarksville, Indiana, Malice Manor. It's a haunted house. But you were talking about Indianapolis because there's like 80 of them. So let me look this up. Obviously, it takes a little bit of time to look this up. When we're doing this live. Okay, haunted house in Indianapolis, Indiana. 1428 Home Sweet Hell. Well, that's an interesting name. It's 205 East Palmer Street. It's a haunted house in Indianapolis, Fright Manor. 350 Anniston Drive, haunted house. Multiple haunts in Indianapolis is Hannah Haunted Acres. 7323 East Hannah Avenue. If you want to go on a trail in Indianapolis, Indiana, the Haunted Conservatory. Another haunted house in Indianapolis is Haunting at the Hannah House in Indianapolis. Multiple haunts, Necropolis Underground Haunted Attractions in Indianapolis, Indiana. Also, Nightmare on Edgewood. Boy, there's a lot in Indianapolis. If by the way, if you don't, well, maybe for kids, the Children's Museum Annual Haunted House in Indianapolis. Also, there's a hayride, The Farmer's Curse. So you can look these up. You can Google them. This one is scary from what I understand. In Indianapolis, Indiana, the 13th Hour. So if you're in Indianapolis, 915 South Shortridge Road. Also, in Jamestown is Indiana Fear Farm. It's a haunted farm. So there we go. That's your Indianapolis. I don't see anything in Evansville. Let me just double check. I mean, there is. Actually, there's a couple in Evansville. Here we go. Evansville, Indiana. Evansville Nightmare Factory. And that is in Evansville. You also have Facing Evil, a Dead Birds production. And in Evansville. Old Courthouse Catacombs and House of Lecter in Evansville, Indiana. So there you go. There's your Indianapolis, Indiana. Again, guys, if you want me to, I'll be happy to read what I have. These are not all, but these are the websites that I go to that are pretty updated. So if you want to know a haunted location in your area, just let me know, and I'll be happy to read that. Mr. Producer, which area were you saying that you wanted to know? If you could put that in the chat room, I'll find it for you. Yeah, the Haunted Trail. Yeah, those are pretty cool. Okay. Okay, what is a scary enough? That's funny. Now this is now there are people who claim. So I wanted to pass this on to you guys and see what you guys think. I don't know how if you think this is true or if you think this is silly. Well, this is an old one, so let me just make this an updated. It's 2024. So let me just find this for you guys. So bear with me for just one moment. Here we go. Okay, all right, so these are allegedly from a lot of well-known haunted, Halloween websites. These are some of the scariest. And you can choose whether or not you agree or not. But first is, and this is number one, according to a lot of websites, if you really want to be scared, the 13th Gate. And that is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So let me tell you a little bit about this. It's widely regarded as one of the top haunted houses in the country. And if you've been here, let me know if it's any good. The 13th Gate, located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, is the ultimate haunted house. Journey through 13 nightmarish realms where your true fears, your worst fears, come true. The 13th Gate is a haunted attraction that is known for an extreme ultra-realism, is one of the most detailed haunted houses in existence. And the artists behind the massive dark attraction are experts at blurring the lines between horror and reality. And guests frequently wonder between screams whether they are experiencing is real or not. The attraction level of detail, set design, and special effects combined with their impressive actors and incredible makeup effects can only be compared to a Hollywood movie. Okay, so Maxine says it's absolutely fantastic. So I have heard, guys, the 13th Gate in Baton Rouge, Louisiana is truly very frightening. Now, I have heard that. However, I have also heard that if you wait until pretty late in October, good luck. Good luck, because it is very, very well known, very famous, and a lot of people from all around the world go to that location because it's just that popular. Number 2 on the list, everybody. Number 2 on the list is called the Cutting Edge Haunted House. And the Cutting Edge Haunted House is in Fort Worth, Texas. It's located in a 116-year-old abandoned meat packing plant in historic Hell's Half Acre. By the way, it was voted number 1 USA Today Best Haunted Attraction in 2023. So Guinness World Records recorded the house as the world's largest haunted house 4 times. So Mr. Producer was asking me earlier, do you have a list of the ones that's the best? I'm telling you this right now. Here it is. So number 1, if you really want to find a place that's going to frighten you, the 13th Gate in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And by the way, if you want to know the website, simple. 13, the letter 13th. So 13 and then thgate.com. Okay? Baton Rouge, Louisiana. If you want one that's huge, this massive, well, first of all, don't forget Cutting Edge Haunted House. It's voted number 2. And that Cutting Edge, by the way, again, the Cutting Edge Haunted House, it's in Fort Worth, Texas. It was in the world 2000. This is really cool. Guinness World Record, the house of the world's largest haunted house. Have you ever been to a haunted location and it was over like this? And you're like, really? Come on, seriously? It's not going to be like this in this one. So that's in Fort Worth, Texas, Cutting Edge Haunted House. If you want to know the website, cuttingedgehauntedhouse.com. Number 3 on the list, Haunted Overload. Haunted Overload. This is in New Hampshire, in Lee, New Hampshire. And so it says, step into the spine-chilling world of Haunted Overload in Lee, New Hampshire, where every shadow hides a secret and every corner echoes with the whispers of the past. As dusk falls, the eerie glow of jack-o'-lanterns illuminates a twisted path through a haunted forest, featuring wooden sculptures over 50 feet tall. Encounter terrifying creatures from sinister scarecrows to tormented spirits as you navigate through chilling scenes and heart-pounding surprises with a perfect blend of haunting artistry and pulse-pounding thrills, Haunted Overload promises an unforgettable experience that will leave you breathless and begging for mercy. Dare to enter if you think you can handle the fright. Again, that's called Haunted Overload in Lee, New Hampshire. The next on the list is The Darkness. Now, this I have heard it was really scary. This is in St. Louis, Missouri. And if you want to go to the website, The Darkness, that's it, .com. The Darkness Hotel is one of the most, the nation's best haunted attractions with 2 floors of fright. Outdoor scare zones, haunted museum, Terror Visions 3D, horror retail store, and so much more. The Darkness is located downtown St. Louis, Missouri, and 2024 marks its 31st year. Wow. The Darkness features over 100 and scary animations, up to 60 live actors, special effects, amazing set designs, special effects, and screams around every corner. Each season, The Darkness is totally renovated, adding new scenes and screams. Experience The Darkness of 2024. Yep, go to darkness.com. The next one is in Baltimore, Maryland. I think, Mr. Producer, you were asking about Maryland up there or up in that area, weren't you? It's Baltimore, Maryland. Bennett's Curse in Baltimore. Bennett's Curse is, and by the way, it's bennettscurse.com. In Washington, D.C.'s top-rated haunted house is back with the most terrifying show to date. For 24 years, this legendary haunted house has dominated the region, offering the most scary, the most detailed, and the most creative horror experience you'll ever find. From the unique theming, amazing array of custom and film quality characters and props, to the jaw-dropping array of giant monsters. There we go. The next one, it's rated number 8. In Canton, Ohio, Factory of Terror. The website is Factory of Terror. The world-famous Factory of Terror haunted house in Canton, Ohio is more than just a haunted house. It's a full Halloween destination. As record-breaking attraction, we bring this Ohio's the biggest scares with even more immersive experiences. So there you are. In Lockport, Illinois, there's Hell's Gate. Hellsgate.com. Hellsgate.com. That's rate number 7. It's a 1 hour from Chicago. It's a multi-level mansion. It hides secret passages, giant slides, all kinds of stuff. In New York, there's a photo. Oh, yeah, Photo Ohio. In New York, Ulster Park, New York. It's ranked number 8. So that's Headless Horseman's Hay Rides and Haunted Attractions. The next one is ranked number 9, the Dent's Schoolhouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Just type in dentsschoolhouse.com. And you in number 10, Georgetown Morgue Haunted Attraction. That's in Seattle, Washington, ranked number 10. And you can type in seattlehaunts.com. Number 11. So we'll just go through just a few more. Number 11 is Fear Factory, Salt Lake City, Utah. Type in fearfactoryslc.com. And number 12, Erebus Haunted Attraction in Pontiac, Michigan. So, like I said, I tried to go through as many as I possibly could, but obviously we have a limited amount of time. So if you want a specific state or city, just let me know, and I will try to help that out. So let me just type things. Okay. That way I'll save that in case there's people say, what was that list again for the top 1? That really is cool, though. That does sound pretty impressive with that. Wow. 1 hour. That is crazy. I mean, you have these haunted houses. Man, I wish it wasn't so far away. Yeah, some of them sound pretty scary. Okay. So there we are. Well, that's just an overview, just a brief overview of these haunted attractions. But there are haunted locations, by the way. If you want to go to like a haunted house by state, an actual haunted house, we can do that as well. So if you want to know a particular haunted house in your area, give me your state and I'll be happy to tell you what allegedly is supposed to be the most haunted place there. Fair enough? Okay, why do I have this? Man, today's just been weird with technology. I've never had so much issues with technology. It's been kind of crazy. Maine, please. Well, we did Maine. We just did Maine, but I will do. Let me a real haunted house. I just did Chicago. Are you asking for a real haunted house, or are you asking for like a haunted house for entertainment? So yeah, let me know if you're looking for a real one or if you're just looking for yeah, I did Chicago. I can't keep doing repeating the same thing over and over only because people say, "Okay, you've already done that, Bishop Law," you know. So, um let me just I know it said Maine. So if you're in Maine, are you one whoever said Maine, Julia, are you wanting a haunted house or an actual a real location in Maine that's supposed to be haunted? Okay, that's it. I'm done with this. Yeah, you got to let me know which one it is, Julia, so I can keep going. Okay, so let's open up the chat for everybody and see how everybody can behave. We can, and well, and again, if you have any questions or if you have a particular one, we can do this. And we're going to go into questions on demonology. If you have questions on demonology, oh yeah, Sloss Furnace. That's a crazy place. Sloss Furnace is. There's a lot of people who swear that that location. I've never been, but there have been a lot of people who have been who absolutely swear that place is pretty. I did a presentation once on that, I believe. And but yeah, that is a location that's I know that there's been a lot of shows that's been there too. Yeah. Oh, you never heard of Sloss Furnace? Oh my goodness, yeah. Where is yeah, I'm trying to where was Sloss Furnace? I'm trying to remember what let me see if I can find it really quickly. But I do know that that's a pretty scary location. I wonder if I have it here. Nope. Oh, Birmingham. That's right. Yeah, yeah, Birmingham. I don't. Um, yeah, they don't have anything on that here on this website. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? You would think that they would have it. Yeah, if you've never heard of this, that's a pretty scary place. In Ghost Adventures have been there, and this is by Travel Channel. So this is Sloss Furnace. It was founded in 1871. Its name is borrowed from one of England's principal industrial cities. Um, so Sloss Furnace opened the gates of this huge furnace company in 1882, employing hundreds of men from all around the surrounding areas. And it was very dangerous, but it was also sought after work because it paid no government agency protected the rights of workers. However, 12 hours a day were the norm. Pay often came in the form of scripts only good at the company store. Well, that's not good. So while pay was low and hours ran high, there was a lot of accidents. And on September of 1887, Richard Jowers was working at the furnace number one. Standing near the top of the furnace, he slipped, and he and the heavy bell that he had been preparing to melt tumbled into the molten steel below. And there was nothing anyone could do to help. And as they stood helplessly by as Jowers was incinerated. Ooh, it's rumored that they were able to remove parts of his bone. Let's just say that. And at night, this old building, now a traditional landmark, still echoes with noises from its perilous past. Screams are heard, apparitions are even seen. And on the second floor of the Blower building, there's a sinister presence known as Slag. It's an overly cruel foreman who can still be heard belittling his crew. Wow, that is crazy. I've never been to the Sloss Furnace, but I have heard a lot of people say that place is really really crazy. Um, yeah, Ghost Adventures had been. Yeah, the Ghost Adventures was there for several times, I think. But There's been a lot of people absolutely swear that this is one of the most scariest locations. I've never been. So if you've been, let us know. In New Mexico, is there a particular city in New Mexico? Let me know. Who said that? Shelby. Shelby, I need to know what city in New Mexico, because there's quite a few in New Mexico. I'll be happy. Albuquerque? Yep, we have a couple of them. Here's one. Haunted Scarecrow. 2122 Central Avenue, Southeast. It's a haunted house in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Again, it's called Haunted Scarecrow. The other one is called Huskisson Halloween House. It's a home that's haunted. 7725 William Moyers Avenue, Northeast. This haunted house, it's rated pretty good. Almost 7.5 out of 10. It's a Purgatory Haunted House. 1304 4th Street, Northeast, Albuquerque. So it's called Purgatory Haunted House. Interactive horror. It's Quarantine ABQ. And that's also in Albuquerque. So Quarantine ABQ, you can look that up. Multiple haunts at this location, but this is Clovis. I don't know how far Clovis is. So, what do you think of the movie Deliverance? I have not seen that in years and years and years and years. So yeah, I don't know a whole lot. I'd have to watch it again, because it's been years since I've seen it. Yeah. Hold on 1 second here. Okay. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. There's some haunted houses there in Santa Fe. So if you're in Santa Fe, here's some haunted houses for you. Again, Quarantine ABQ, or this is near. So near Santa Fe, Dragon's House of Terror. However, it didn't get that great of a view. I mean, it's got 3 out of 5. And Dragon House of Terror. McCall Pumpkin's Patch. It's a haunted house. It's like a maze. There's a Trunk or Treat, 3 out of 5. That's what it's called, Trunk or Treat. And then ABQ Tours. And so that apparently a lot of people like that. I know I never met Malachi Martin. No. Okay. So no, I've never met that. Okay. Any other location? Any other states that you want me to know about before I to wrap this up? And we're just chilling today. Normally, when I do a lecture, I always do a lecture. It's very structured. I always do that. This is one of those days I just want to chill today. I just want to chill, talk about some Halloween stuff, talk about some haunted locations, and just relax. You know what I mean? Thank you. I appreciate that, Commander. I have not. I've not been to Fallsburg, Kentucky. I don't think so. Savannah, Georgia. Keep in mind, remember, folks, there's a lot of other states that have the same city. So I assume you're Savannah. Yeah, let me give you some. And again, if you have any, just let me know, guys. I'll be happy to look them up for you on the site. So, a haunted house and historical tours, Savannah History and Haunts, is 5 out of 5, by the way. That's gotten pretty good reviews. There's a lot of tours. There's a lot of people who said they really do like that. It's Savannah History and Tours. Also in Savannah, the Witching Hour. Got some good reviews. It is the best ghost tour, a lot of people say, in Savannah. America's Most Haunted City Tour. Again, people love it. The Tara Haunted Tours, TARA. There is the Sixth Sense World Historic Ghost and Cemetery Tours. There is the Gray Line Savannah. Another tour. That's a lot of tours. Haunted Savannah Pub Crawl. And Captain Stoner's Dive Bar Crawl. Okay. Well, there we go. Let's see. Yep. So you can check that out if you want. Anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah, like I said, today is normally I always just kind of, like I said, I do a lecture. It's very structured, but today I just wanted to chill. I just wanted to chill today. It's Friday. We want to chill, have a good time, and talk about some of these haunted locations and go from there. Ooh, Detroit, Michigan. I don't know. Boy, I tell you, how is Detroit, Michigan? Is it doing okay? Because I know there's been a lot of problems with. Okay, yep, we do have some for Detroit, Michigan for you. This is either near or in Detroit. So here we go. Eloise Asylum. Eloise Asylum. It is supposed to, it's very good, got some really good views. Eloise, Eloise. So you can look that up, Eloise Asylum. Also, near Detroit or in Detroit, the Haunted Garage Productions. But some people say it's not too scary, but it's got pretty good reviews. Haunted Garage Productions. The next one is Scream Machine. Scream Machine. It's a haunted house. Eloise Asylum again. The haunted house Hush Haunted Attractions. It didn't get very good reviews. The Hush Haunted Attractions. This did get pretty good reviews. You might want to check this out. The Haunted Funeral Home. The Haunted Funeral Home. Well, that's kind of creepy, isn't it? Let me see if I can find some information on this one. It's called the Haunted Funeral Home, and it is located in 3880 Inkster Road in Inkster, Michigan, near Detroit. Another one didn't get that great of reviews, though. Deranged Haunt. Mystery Escapes got some pretty good reviews. And Erebus Haunt House. So there you go. That is your Michigan. There you go. Who else? I thought I saw someone else. I'm trying to get as many as I can. Let's see. Valdosta, Georgia. Yeah. So let me go over here. Yeah, there's not a whole lot there. Sorry. The only thing they have here is Wild Adventures Theme Park. Yeah, but we'd say North Carolina, you got to give me a specific city. No. Okay. So San Francisco, California. We've not done San Francisco. Let's check out what San Francisco has. Okay. This is the Into the Dark Terror Vault. That had some pretty good reviews, so you might check that out. There is You know what? I'm done with this stupid thing. I'm just gonna throw it away. I'm serious. I'm gonna throw this away. Just junk. Mayhem Mansion. There's also Hell on Wheels, and Emerald Forest Christmas Trees and Pumpkin Patch. Well, that doesn't sound like very scary. The USS Hornet Halloween Monsters Ball. Pomeroy Pumpkin Patch. That's not we want scary stuff. These are like kids stuff. Yeah, I don't see anything here for San Francisco. No, it doesn't sound very scary, does it? See, Charleston, South Carolina. Let's see what that says. Okay, so we have several of them for you. Southern Screams. Got really good reviews, by the way. Revolutionary Charleston Ghost and Historic Walking Tours. Boone Hall Fright Nights. Good reviews. Also good reviews is Extreme Scapes. So the letter X, Scream Scapes. That got very good reviews. And the Sixth Sense Historic Ghost and Cemetery Tours. That's in Charleston. All right. Fairmont, North Carolina. Let's excuse me, everybody. Okay. Haunted houses near Fairmont, North Carolina. You have Hollow Acres, The Field of Misfits, JoJo's Haunted House. Aberdeen Fear Factory did not get good reviews. Just a heads up on that. So it got pretty terrible reviews, actually. The Stony Point Trail of Terror. Grisset Town Longwood Fire and Rescue. Apparently they're having something there. Full on Fear. People like that. And those seem to be like the best in that area. Let's see if I have any more. That seems like the best in that area. Well, Boone Halls. Oh, good. Oh, yeah. Well, of course, Alberta is beautiful anyway. Yeah, Penn State is prison in Pennsylvania. That no question about that. Yeah, that's a pretty cool place. New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. Hollow's End. Hollow's End. Also, now this has great reviews, guys. If you're in Newark, New Jersey, Terror on Totten. Terror on Totten. Doesn't seem like a very scary one, but nonetheless, it's supposed to be very, very scary. Terror on Totten. Excellent reviews. Field of Terror. Pretty good reviews. Field of Terror. Also, now this have amazing reviews. People really love this. The 13th Hour Haunted House and Escape Room. Also had decent reviews as Bane Haunted House. Terror Town, not too bad reviews. House of Spirits. Snyder's Farm. So there's quite a few, actually. Oasis, Island of Terror. Very good reviews. Scared by the Sound. Wow. So and oh, by the way, Campbell's Haunted Tours. I mean, that's a lot of people seem to really like that. Okay. So if you guys, again, if you're just joining us, I'm Bishop Long. We're just chilling here. We're talking about haunted houses that you can go to. I'm sharing some things that I have found on the net that seem to have really good reviews. If you have questions about demonology or paranormal, we can certainly chat about that. I'll be happy to address that. There was let me see if I can find this. Oh yeah, let's do this. Let me tell you some really very cool articles that I wanted to pass on to you guys on paranormal. Okay, we'll start. We'll do one more, and then I want to talk about these articles. So some of these articles are really cool. So Rochester, Minnesota. Yeah, we're just chilling. We're just chilling. It's a chill out day. Not much. Isn't that crazy? Let me find. Hold on. You would think there'd be more. Oh yeah, we have some. So in Minnesota, in Cottage, you said Rochester, though, didn't you? Man, my allergy is terrible. The Haunting Experience on Highway 61, Cottage Grove, Minnesota. Twin City Ghosts, St. Paul. Monster Bash Haunted House, Harmony, Minnesota. Rochester Horror, The Fright at the Farm in Zumbrota, Minnesota. And that seems to be the pretty the ones. Rochester, Sinister Manor Walkthrough. And Seacap Orchard. That's in Rochester as well. Listen to this, everybody. I want to share this with you. This is really, really interesting. See what you guys think about this. This is kind of if you have a ring, excuse me, if you have a ring, not a ring, but a ring like on the video, you might want to listen to this. Okay, guys, here's the deal. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen. Before people start criticizing, I speak about angels. I have Bible study every single Sunday and Wednesday. I've been doing Bible study for 20 years online. I have night prayer Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I've been doing that for 20 years. This is one night. One day. We do the paranormal on a Friday night. So keep your criticism to yourself. Plain and simple, because I don't see you at Bible study, nor do I see you at night prayer. So I even do presentations, and I have done multiple presentations on angels. So this is one night out of the week where we do paranormal. Give me a break. Give me a break. So just relax with the criticism. So before you criticize, maybe you should know the facts first. But people don't do that, do they? They immediately want to criticize. So here's the deal. If you don't like the fact that we're talking about Halloween, there's the scroll up button that you can do. It's amazing. You just scroll up. That's all you got to do. Anyway, Roxy, I do, but it's not just that. It's also people just always have they have to have that need to criticize. They have to, even though they're never at Bible study. They're never, because people say you always do paranormal. No, I don't. Actually, one night of the week, one night, I dedicate to paranormal. One night, that's Friday night. And if you're here, if you actually do truly join us, then you would know on Sundays and Wednesdays, we don't talk paranormal. I'm very strict about that. And we do Bible study. Saturday is open mic. We talk about anything. See what I mean? So anyway, loyalty daily. I don't understand loyalty daily. You have to explain that. So anyway, let's listen to this, everybody. Ring is offering $100,000 for video of ghosts and other paranormal activity this Halloween season. This is by Iman Palm. This is pretty cool. Ring, the home surveillance company, wants users to call them if they spot any ghosts this Halloween season. So the company is inviting its users to submit videos showcasing paranormal activity for the chance to win $100,000. You can go to Ring's website. Any form of paranormal activity is welcome, according to Ring. From supernatural, it says here, from supernatural sightings of floating orbs and unexplained shadows to family and friends wearing silly costumes, funny, frightening, fashionable, all of it. If you find a ghost, we want to see it, the contest website said. So Finn Wolfhard said, star of Ghostbusters and Netflix Stranger Things and paranormal investigator Katrina Weidman will serve as part of the judging team for Ring's Great Ghost Search, helping to select the winning entry, a news release said. Only the first 5,000 entries received through November the 1st will be considered for the grand prize. Well, there you go, guys. If you have it, you need to submit it. You never know. You could win $100,000. So again, I wanted to pass that on to you because when I saw that, I thought that's really cool. So again, Ring, you just go to the Ring's website, $100,000. So, hey, I got an idea. Hey, TikTok. There's a lot of TikTok videos, a lot of creators out there putting all kinds of videos, allegedly of ghosts, from Ring. Let's see if they do it this time. Or are they afraid that someone's going to bust them for submitting a fake video? Ah, okay. So let's do that. Good. So let's go ahead and put that in there. I would love to see that. That'd be pretty cool, actually. I think that would be pretty neat. 15 years ago, by the way, this is for those of you who love Paranormal Activity, the movie. Can you believe it's been 15 years? Well, anyway, 15 years ago, says here, Keith Langston. 15 years ago, on September 25th, 2009, Paranormal Activity was released in theaters and scared the pants out of audiences everywhere, even before the movie's premiere. It had already become legendary. Instead of debuting it via a massive theatrical release or rollout, the micro-budgeted movie was screened in college towns across the country to drum up word of mouth. It worked. It says here, thanks to the still new popularity of Facebook and the prominence of texting on phones, Paranormal Activity didn't need a marketing campaign. Frightened audiences told everyone they knew about the scary movie they just watched. And soon the internet was ablaze with word of this new movie that did not have stars anyone had heard before. It says, filmed in the found footage style, the movie centers around a young couple, Micah and Katie, who are determined to capture the paranormal activity happening in their house. But it's just not a ghost that's haunting them. It is a demon. And even worse, the more attention they give it, the stronger and more active it becomes. So 15 years ago, 15 years ago, that is crazy. Okay, whatever. I'm about to put sub chat only on again because we don't deal, guys. We don't deal with trills here. We just don't. We're adults, so if people can't behave, I'm gonna get ready to put on sub chat only. So that's the way it's gonna be, and I'll keep it on for the whole night. Okay. Let's see. I'm leave it off for a little bit because normally I always keep it for everybody to chat. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, Mama, that's true. Catherine made a good. Well, thank you very much. Catherine made a very good point. The horror movie Mama. Oh, Mama 2. Did you guys know this? Mama 2 is coming out. She said the horror movie Mama 2 is coming out, and when I went to watch it at the cinema, it was quite late, as I was on the way home. And so, wait, is there a Mama 2? I remember Mama, the first one. That was pretty scary. And I am going to be doing a really, I am going to be doing a show on scary movies and that kind of thing. So hold on. Yeah, it's called Mama. Yeah, it's an interesting film. It's 2013. Seeing The Watchers. You know what I'm going to do? Would you guys be interested? Let me. Hey, Jack's Paranormal. Somebody, could you do a TikTok a vote? Would you be interested in a show dedicated to the best horror and TV shows, movies? Would you be interested in a show, a Friday show based on that? I would be interested in that. So, okay. So anyway, for those of you who are just joining us, so I'm Bishop Long. Today is Paranormal Friday. So people wait an entire week. We do paranormal. I'm here every Sundays and Wednesdays and Saturdays. We talk theology, demonology, paranormal. Well, not paranormal on Sundays and Wednesdays, but tonight it's strictly paranormal. That's it. So it's strictly paranormal. So, it is coming out soon. So Mama 2. But if someone could do a lot of people are saying yes. But if someone can do a vote, that would be great. Okay, let's. Because I am going to probably do that. I think that'd be pretty cool. This is interesting. I want to pass this on. Listen to this, guys. There's a vote right there. So, guys, there's a 1-minute vote on TikTok. Make sure you vote because we want to see what you think. Do you want a show strictly on the best horror and TV movies and etc.? But get this. This is Ian Garner. 21 paranormal events that law enforcement has witnessed. Listen to this. It says here, it's good to know that law enforcement isn't exempt from having paranormal experiences, if anything. So I believe that the higher rank in government, the more frequently you should be haunted. For instance, one corrections officer was creeped out every Sunday at 9 p.m. when an inmate would appear to be sitting in a visitation room, despite the officer insisting that such a presence could not be possible, explaining that by 4:30, officers cleared the floor room and locked up. So that's a case Fox Mulder would love to solve, they say. One other badge-carrying people have remembered the supernatural occurrences that they've witnessed, and each of their stories make the X-Files seem like a documentary. Wow, 100% said yes. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do that. Listen to this. This person says, I was a medic in the Army. I was ordered to babysit a couple of soldiers in their barracks room because of poltergeist activity they were experiencing. The two soldiers apparently hadn't slept in a while and complained of objects being thrown at them. The command sent me because they had no clue where to go on this issue and figured that they could have a rotating guard until they figured something out. And a few days later, they just moved the guys to a different room. Oh, that's kind of creepy, isn't it? But there's a lot. We had Willie Windwalker, by the way. Willie Windwalker, if you remember, he did a presentation on us, and he talked to us about that. And he's absolutely convinced that when he was a police officer, he saw a lot of paranormal activity, a lot. And he talked to us. Remember, he talked to us about some of the things that he experienced, and it really affected him. We'll have to have him on, and yeah, we'll have to have him on again because I thought that was pretty cool. He's talked about some things that would just blow your mind, and yeah. Okay, so let's talk about more events that some people have claimed to have experienced. It says responded to a single vehicle crash out in the county. Found the car. It had left the road, crashed through a fence, rolled at least 3 times, came to rest right side up. The driver was mangled pretty bad, they said, and the actual paramedic said that he was deceased. And they said that we secured the scene. We wait for the coroner. The coroner gets there, declares him dead, starts his investigation. 20 minutes into it, we were all near the coroner van discussing the situation. We're about 20 feet from the victim car. The driver, who had not been removed yet, sits up, looks around, starts the car. Says we all jumped about 5 feet straight into the air. Driver survived. Now that's kind of crazy. This one says, one of my high schools here in my city had 2 teenage girls fall through a skylight into the gym one night. Both passed away from the injuries. And a couple years later, says I was walking to a police officer at our class, and I was telling him how I work for the school district. And he goes on to tell me how the police department gets calls throughout the night of different classrooms, lights getting turned on and off, specifically at the high school where the 2 girls passed away. And he tells me that him or another officer has to go back into the school. It's a 3-story building, and check the classrooms for anyone that may have been broken into the school. And he said he gets chills every time he has to walk into the school, never to find any evidence that anyone was there. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That'll get your attention, wouldn't it? Could you imagine that if you're a police officer? These are kind of small, so I'm going to have to read this. Listen to this. That's the problem when you have, well, these glasses are a little dirty. I'm going to have to clean that. Fingerprints on them, that's the problem. Okay. These are different glasses. This one says, I'm a police officer working on an emergency response team on a busy London borough, and we took a call to a suspected domestic incident in a block of flats, apartments. The informant said that she could hear screaming and sounds of disturbance coming from the apartment above her own. Once we arrived, my colleague and I knocked on the door on the apartment of the informant and said the noise was coming from. I heard nothing on the way up and certainly couldn't hear any disturbances from the address. To be honest, says I heard nothing at all. And after knocking twice, we had no response. My colleague left me to go downstairs and speak directly to the informant. I stayed by the door. I knocked again, and after some time, it was answered by an elderly woman. She clearly had been asleep and was alarmed to see me standing outside. I told her that someone had been saying that they could hear disturbance coming from within the address. And I asked her if there was anyone else inside with her. She looked bemused and told me that she lived alone and had been sleeping. I asked her if I could come in and satisfy myself that no one else was there. She invited me in and walked into what was a small 2-bedroom apartment. The apartment was in a darkness apart from her hale light, and beside her lamp, I began searching through the apartment. As I approached the final door, the living room, my colleague called me on the radio. He told me that he was on his way up and asked if I was okay, and I told him everything was fine, wondering why he should sound so flustered. He told me that he was with the informant and could also hear screaming and loud thuds coming from the apartment that I was in. I told him that he must have been mistaken, as I was almost done searching the apartment and I had heard nothing whatsoever. I have to admit a feeling of unease as I opened the final door, and like all other rooms, it was darkness, but with freezing cold. My breath misted immediately. There was no one in the room, no signs of disturbance. No window was open. I called my colleague and asked him to listen out for my footfall. He said he could hear my feet as I stamped them or stomped them, but said that the screaming had stopped. This coincided with me opening the door. I left shortly after apologizing to the elderly woman for waking her. So says, I have no rational explanation for this. My colleague and I left feeling very creeped out. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. And see, that's what I'm saying. They have no reason to lie about these. These are police officers. This person says, early in my career, the elevators in the older section of the CIA headquarters, known as the original headquarters building, were also known to have quirks. Occasionally, the elevator would stop and the doors open at the floor where there was no one there, and no one on the elevator had requested that floor. Person says, I heard the secondhand that the thing to do when that happens was to say, goodbye, Mr. Director, or good day, Mr. Director, because it was assumed that the doors opened for the ghost of Alan Dulles. OHB was his project, as many know, but he never was able to move into his office, having been placed as CIA director just before it was ready. Gosh, that. There are a lot of stories on this. We could easily do this. Yeah, we're going to save this for next week here, and we're going to do this because I definitely want to do that. Okay, here's one. Here's one that's pretty cool that I want to share this article with you. If you like haunted hotels, well, here's one for you. This is by Jeff Werner. Bucks County Hotel named one of the most haunted in America. Says the Logan, with its haunted spirits roaming the hallways, comes in at number 12 on the list of scary accommodations. So New Hope, Pennsylvania, New Hope's own Logan Inn has made another haunted mansion list. This is one is to put out by the Airport Parking Reservations team at Philadelphia International Airport, which ranks as top 13 hotels in America. As spooky season draws near, says thrill seekers and paranormal enthusiasts alike are gearing up for a spine-tingling Halloween experience. What better way to immerse yourself in the supernatural than by staying at one of the most haunted hotels in the United States? The Logan, with its haunted spirits roaming the hallways, comes in at number 12 on the list of scary accommodations, guaranteed to leave you on the edge. So whether it's mischievous spirit, a wandering apparition, or chilling unexplained events, each of these locations has a story worth exploring. For those daring enough, a haunted hotel stay may be just the addition for your Halloween adventure needs. So what did the team unearth at the Logan? Well, built in 1722 as a tavern, the Logan Inn now plays host to numerous spirits, including the mother of the former owner, Emily, who plays tricks on guests by rearranging their luggage and playing with the room's heater. Oh, no, you don't, Emily. Says the general manager says Emily is what they call the spirit that roams the halls. And when she was living, she used to live in the inn. The things that still remain that belong to Emily is the bed that people sleep in and the portrait on the wall. She passed away in this bed. Another ghostly resident is a little girl who is often seen wandering the halls. You know what? Children and ghosts, that makes me a little concerned. That makes me very concerned. So it says here, if you're seeking a haunted hotel with a rich history and touch of the supernatural, Logan is the perfect place for you. Oh, and by the way, let's go ahead and do this list. Why not? If you want haunted locations, haunted hotels, number 1. Other haunted places that's making this list. Number 1, Hotel Provincial. That's in New Orleans, Louisiana. So if you want to, again, this is the haunted hotel list. Number 1, Hotel Provincial, New Orleans, Louisiana. Once a Confederate hospital, the ghosts of soldiers and doctors are said to roam the halls, with guests reporting sightings of terrible apparitions. Number 2, Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. Famous for inspiring Stephen King's The Shining, the Stanley Hotel boasts of ghostly encounters, including piano-playing spirits and prank-playing groundskeepers. Number 3, the third most scariest hotel in the United States, the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. The ghost of Dr. Norman Baker, the controversial healer, is often seen along with other spirits from the building's days as a health resort. You couldn't pay me. The next one, number 4, Hotel Chelsea in New York City, New York. With a history of tragedy, this iconic hotel is haunted by artists, Titanic survivors, notorious guests like Sid Vicious. Wow, that's pretty cool. You can go to usocc.org. That's plenty of information about who I am. Number 5, Carolina Inn in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, known for playful spirits, including a ghost who locks guests out of room and another who checks for unlocked doors. Number 6, RMS Queen Mary Hotel, Long Beach, California. It's an ocean liner turned hotel, has become a hotspot for paranormal activity with reports of ghostly apparitions and eerie sounds. Well, thank you. Number 7, the Heathman Hotel. The Heathman Hotel in Portland, Oregon. Room endings in 03 are notorious, allegedly for paranormal activity, including strange noises, moving objects, and ghost sightings. The Sagamore Hotel in Bolton Landing, New York. It's a popular spot for golfers, living and dead. Ghosts have encountered a mischievous ghost boy and a mysterious lady in white. Ramada Plaza Hotel in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. The spirit of former owner, Walter Shorter, is said to haunt the hotel. Number 10, Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood, California. I'm telling you, this is a crazy location. But the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood, haunted by Marilyn Monroe. So many people say that the Hotel Cecil also, yeah, that people see her reflection in mirrors. The Hotel del Coronado in Coronado, California. There's another one, Logan Inn in New Hope, Pennsylvania, which we talked about, and Hotel La Fonda in Santa Fe, New Mexico. But number one on the list is Hotel Provincial. I would think that the Hotel Cecil in Louisiana, I would think that that would be far more active. I'm surprised Hotel Cecil wasn't on this list. That doesn't make sense, does it? Is the Cecil Hotel even in operation? I don't even know if it's in operation anymore. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's check that. Is Hotel Cecil? I don't know if the Hotel Cecil is in operation anymore. Do you think paranormal activity? Well, a lot of people believe it does, Selena, that paranormal activity does pick up a lot more. Reopened as an affordable housing complex. Wow, I don't know if I'd want to live there. So on December 13, 2021, the Cecil Hotel reopened as an affordable housing complex. So the facility will provide affordable living accommodations for 600 low-income residents. Look, here's the deal. I think it's great that they have a hotel, that they have a place, for low income. That's wonderful. But the Cecil Hotel, I mean, that's known as one of the most scariest locations. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would like that. I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, don't drink the water. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's for low income. It's on. Yeah, but I tell you what, that's a place that it's very, very active. A lot of people experience some bad mojo there. Bad mojo. I'm just going to close out Spreaker because it's just easier not to have all these programs open. So for those of you in Spreaker, I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. Yeah, it's just easier instead of having this all these things. But what I might do next week, next Friday, is I might talk about the scariest movies and television paranormal horror shows to check out. That way, you guys, we can I just want, this Halloween's coming around. We just want to relax. We just want to chill. And we'll do lectures again. I always do lectures. But I also want to have just a chill out time. And it doesn't always have to be a lecture style. I've been doing lectures now for 3 years. And which is not, I like that, but also like to just chill. So there we go. Yeah, the Queen Mary is very haunted. Yeah, very, very haunted. So I want to remind everybody that don't forget tonight, for those of you saying you never talk about Jesus and you never go to night prayer or Bible study. So Bible studies is Sundays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and night prayer, we have it at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we would love to have you guys there. So for the hater gators out there, join us. Anyway, just go to usocc.org. Scroll down to the very bottom. You'll see where it says night prayer. We start 9:45 is when we, I know it goes by too fast. I'm going to be here tomorrow. So we are live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Miss Judy Ann, Miss Wilma, and I, we have a great time. We tell jokes from 8 to 8:45 or 8:30 or so. We just laugh and have a good time. And then after they leave, then I answer your demonology, your paranormal questions, or just open mic. We just have a conversation about anything you want to talk about. We just don't argue, scream, or yell, or holler, and all that stuff. We're adults. We don't do that nonsense. But we have to run. For those of you on TikTok, I'm going to stay with you guys for a little bit longer. But for those of you on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, KGRADB, Radio, X, and Rumble, remember, and everybody else, I tell you all the time, your value does not decrease based on someone's inability or refusal to see your worth. You're priceless, and don't let any troll tell you otherwise. So Facebook, YouTube, KGRADB, Radio, X, and everybody else, God bless.
The Sacred Division has been brought to you by Bishop Long's online paranormal course. Learn demonology, angelology, paranormal studies, and genealogy. It's 100% online, and you learn at your own pace. Please go to www.bishopjameslong.com and click on the paranormal course